Hello and welcome to this channel. I am Dr. Anshu coming back with the today's Sunday Hindu editorial analysis where we will discuss about the day, bilateral exercises, thought of the day, the front page covering about the science editorials, a lot of many more where you can explore. And I also added some new initiatives like adding some slides of bilateral exercises. If you are following my regular contents, then you must be aware that I am just adding the newspaper also. But for the exam is near, so I added for as a just having a reviving. Like a revision series also for some exercises, and in further I will slides in upcoming news I will add some schemes also, so stay connected. So let's have a recap what we are going to cover. The front page is covering about the day. Second one is about the exercises with the thought of the day. Third is about the front page of the Hindu. And little Sundays there is a lot of science editorials. I cover it every editorial. If someone is important, so I will explain it in detail, and otherwise I've just gone through that article. Fourth article is about the Indo-France Revolt that is ongoing. Fifth is about the IPL 25 kicks off and the it's Janapith Award, that is important. Sixth is about the Nitish flag of Bihar Divas event showcasing the heritage and City UG applications. Fertilizers Committee warns the minister is underfunding subsidy schemes. Ninth is about the terror group branding intel. 10th is a science editorial covering about the influenza virus and the vaccine strains there. 11th is about why uploading a data challenge. And the last is about why is uploading voting data a challenge. So these are we are going to cover today. So let's start without wasting the time. Is about the today's day, 23rd March. It's Shahid Divas, where the three martyrs Sukhdev Singh, Bhagat Singh and Rajguru, where they sacrificed their life for such a revolution at the just age of 23, where we just youth don't know what we are going to do in the future, and they are just doing for the revolution for their nations. So salute to these heroes, and just remember the day that all the heroes that fought till the last for the freedom of country. Salute to these heroes. The occasion of Shahid Divas, 23rd March. Next is the day is the World Meteorological Day, 23 March 25, and the theme is the closing the early gap, warning gap together. So this is a theme, and also the theme. Next is about the thought of the day, that not all storms came to disturb your life, some came to clear your path. It's a Paul Coelho, and it's the book Alchemist. You can just a very famous book. You can go through it. It's a nice quoted written by him. So I added it as a thought of day. The next exercise is Varuna. In later days, I will also add naval exercises and military exercises. From first, I started with this bilateral naval exercises between India and France, and it is a 23rd edition exercise that is scheduled from 19 to 22 March 2025. In further slides, we will read about details. The venue is the Arabian Sea. So front page covering about the citizens are losing the trust in Indian judiciary, says former CGI Ramanna. So the former Chief Justice Ramanna started to say that the people are just eroding the faith in the judiciary, and unfortunately it's a recent time that average citizen is apprehensive about approaching courts, fearing the unknown, and they raise the concern about the delays, dependency, accessibility, deficient in infrastructure, large vacancies, transparency, legal proceedings. So their justice, the increasing criminal justice system, increasing number of false cases. So the necessity that is highlighting the necessity of making a legal system and more accessible to India's marginalized population. So the Justice Ramana noted the judiciary content adequately reflect the country diversity, and also the allegations often feel that they lost control over their fate of their dispute. So also the today's Hindu editorial cover the Justice Unplugged page also about the judiciaries. So moving to the next is the South state seeks a freeze on Lok Sabha seats count for 25 years. So South India states demanding that should be a freezing of Lok Sabha seats for next 25 years, denying the elimination commissions to be formed again. So BJP bid to reduce the number of Lok Sabha seats in the southern states, and it's so that it could stay in power just by winning seats in northern India where it has greater influence. So the Joint Action Committee, there is also a fear Joint Action Committee was on the tomorrow yesterday news where the southern ministers demanded the freezing of the number of parliamentary constituencies based on the 1971 census, and they're demanding on the freezing on the 1971 census that is extended for next 25 years. So the Chief Minister, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin attended, hosted this meeting, and the Chief Ministers of Kerala, Telangana, Punjab, Pineri Vijayan, Revant Reddy and Bhagwat Mann respectively, and Karnataka Deputy CM D.K. Shivkaram has to all attended this meeting. So the delimitation of Lok Sabha constituencies is hanging over the heads like sword of Damocles and Viziran, claiming that southern states were being published for their sincere implementation of national population policy. So they are demanding for freezing the Lok Sabha seats for next 25 years. Next is about the Indo-France naval drill focuses on anti-submarine warfare. So the naval exercise Varuna is implemented. So closing a chance to operate the Rafale M fighter jet that is set to contract very soon, and also focuses on anti-submarine warfare ESW operations. So this exercise was held from 19 March to 22 of the coast of Goa, and 4 days we have been working on the warfare domain and interacting submarines, Rafales, and on board carried about 90 to 100 been exercise on INS Vikrant, and we also detailed exercise that we carried out along together. So all the richest aggressors and units played the French Voile Jacques. So ESW exercises provide a rigorous training in underwater domain awareness, while the surface water operations demonstrate the chronized maneuvers, engagements by the Indian and French fleets in Navy state and maritime patrol aircraft enhances the situation operational replacement at a sea exercise, fortifying the cooperations and highlighting the collaboration underscores. Next is the IPL kickoff. So already the IPL is started from the 22 March, and Kolkata Knight Riders and RCB Kolkata Knight Riders co-owner Shahrukh Khan dancing the Royal Challenge Bangalore start and hosted the opening ceremony of Indian Premier League 25 in Kolkata on Saturday. So RCB defeated the defending champions KKR by 7 wickets in inaugural match. So already it is setting a platform for the new youths, and now making a already completed its 18th years from starting of the IPL, who was started in 2008 by the BCCI chairman Lalit Modi. So it is just flourishing with the time, and the interest and popularity has gained so much that domestic matches are now no much popular, like Ranji trophies where many like Virat Kohli came from there. Now the IPL has set off their also the Women Premier League is also give a platform to women's. So it is a good initiative and also good thing for. Next is about the important one is the Janpith Awards. It's a Jnanpith Awards bring it a sense of responsibility, says Vinod Kumar Shukla. So I'm giving a background history of Jnanpith Award. What is it? So basically, it has achieved Jnanpith is basically a highest literary award in the country, like Bharat Ratna in the their field. In literary section, it is the highest award. It is first established in 1961. It's first established in 1960. It's first established in 1961, and first awarded in 1965. Awarded, and it is started. And English, along with other Indian languages, like considering other 22 classical languages, including 22 official languages and including the English, considered for award. So the award is only open for Indian citizens and given annually. Like this include 11 lakh cash prizes, 11 lakh cash prizes, and a bronze replica of Vagdevi Saraswati, goddess of learning. Vagdevi. And it is sponsored by cultural organization Bharatiya Janapith. So in 2019, like the author Amita Ghosh was felicitated with 54 Janpath Award, and he became the first English language writer to become a Janpath laureate. And from the now, after a long time, it's 59th Janpath Award on Saturday given to the Vinod Kumar Shukla, a Raipur-based poet writer, called a recognition of responsibility. So he is the 12th Indian. It can be important for example from the first from the Chhattisgarh to receive the Janpath Award, India's highest literary honor. Already have given the background at 11th lakh and bronze statue of Saraswati of goddess. So the Janpath Award selection committee chaired by eminent storyteller Janpath Award and Pratibha Ray. Just giving a brief background history of writer, like Mr. Shukla was born in 1937 in Chhattisgarh, Rajnandagaon, and has won a Sahitya Academy Award and several other recognition. His journey started from in 1971. First public collections is Lagbhag Jai Hind was published, and his also novel like दीवार में एक खिड़की रहती थी, नौकर की कमीज, also acclaimed, the latter made into film also. So this is for. Next is the CGI forms a panel. CGI forms a panel for a deeper probe against Delhi judge. So already we have discussed this case about the Justice Yashwant Verma, where the fire broke, fire has emerged in their house, and the fire collector was come in and to just including there was found a huge pile of cases there in collecting all the huge amount of caches, and the committee at Punjab and and also the rumors spread about the transfer of here from his to transfer from Delhi court to the Allahabad court also. So the move come with the 24-hour of Delhi Chief Justice D.K. Upadhyay reporting CGI. Already the inquiry is formed here. There is a confidential inquiry about decision to form a committee signals that has allegation against Justice Verma, call for a deeper probe, and a confidential inquiry for institutional creditors under the charge of Chief Justice of India. So there's expected a judge must be a man of high integrity, honesty, moral vigor, ethical firmness, impervious to corrupt or venial influences. So next is about we already discussed. So on the eve of the Bihar Divas, the 5-day Bihar Divas celebration, the historic Gandhi Madan here, the Chief Minister Nitish Kumar formally inaugurated the event, and this theme is Viksit Bihar, Unnat Bihar, Viksit Bihar, developed, advanced Bihar, developed Bihar. So there is a showcasing of what is set up there, development of works being done by various departments, a rich cultural heritage of Bihar, replica of major tourist. So the showcasing of rich cultural heritage, Bihar 3D replicas of major tourist, example Mahabodhi Temple, Nalanda University, Vishwa Shanti Stoop, Takht Sri Har Mandir Patna Sahib has also displayed, and this Department of Art and Revenue is Art and Culture Youth Affair has set up small stalls where achievements and mottos, future plans and department display. Also there is along with robot, Internet of Things, electric vehicles, 3D printings, and also the centers of excellence, industrial training, And also there is a free two vehicles to military, live demonstration, charging, eye checkup for drivers, so on. And also the bus passes for student, facility of making bus passes. Also the opportunity for youth Bihar to connect it in with modern technology. An exhibition of two-wheeler and four-wheeler is also there. Next is about the CUCT UG application date extended. So it's a common university entrance test has been conducted, and an online application has been submission of form will be March 24 up to 11:50, and is conducting the exam from May 8 to June 1 in the computer based test. Next is about how do astronaut recoup after a space stay. It's a science editorial where we will discuss about the how this astronaut recoup after space stay. So early on March 19, SpaceX capsule bearing astronaut Sunita Barry Wilmer, with the four fellows there, Barry Williams and Gordonov, Nick Higgs pledged down the Gulf of Mexico. It can be asked important in which where it is landed. So it's a Tallahassee water in Florida. It's their capsule suit is it's a Starlink Boliner that was failed. So SpaceX has launched their own capsule Boeing Starliner. We will further discuss about the detailed editorial will be coming about this. So how the microgravity affects the human extended space flight. Microgravity affect the body in many ways, like allowing the fluid to flow more easily and toward the brain, reducing muscle tension, lowering the bone density. These happen. So astronaut thus maintain a strict routine of exercises, dieting on board, tailored among the other things to help. And NASA and other space agencies have also crafted the programs to make sure astronauts do not become stressed after their workload or conform space if they are forced to occupy for a month at time. Also, this is because a number of space-faring individual relatively small human bodies differ on a variety of parameters. Like missions have different space flight profiles. Space flight can affect the parts of male and female bodies differently, but researchers have also said that they don't have enough data to confirm. So how the astronaut monitored in space. In 24, NASA office and chief health released a revised standard for specified medical tests before and during after the space flight. So standard has set that it should be treated once they return to earth after a short less than 30 days and long more than 30 days. In long duration mission, astronauts are required to evaluate themselves for 2 weeks, 3 months and 6 months and 9 months after launch of summit. So basically their body becomes at least they required 3 months, 6 months. At the different months there is a slightly their body will be adapted according to what everything is changed there. The microgravity affect lot in their bodies. The legs are not working. They're just because the body is differently, bone density is lowers there, so not able to even keep their legs at the. So the first week before and after the spacewalks, they are also hearing the ocular assessment every 3 months. Body's mass is measured then after a week launch, and each astronaut blood and urine is tested 6 months after launch as when clinically indicated. They are screened for deep vein thrombosis and flood flow anomalies done for 2 months as well. So how astronaut rehabilitated post flight. Like post-flight reconditioning is unique for each astronaut, varies by individual. While the most crew members reach their pre-flight fitness and baselines with the 45 days. So the 22 book principles of clinical medicine space flight astronaut who had been in space for 20 days and able to regain their pre-flight fitness level in a week. 1 day return crew member undergo physical exam, neurological assessment, resting, ambulatory ECGs, eye test, checkup of their skin, blood, urine. Symptoms for appear when they're standing, like not reclining, like orthostatic tolerance. They will have further physical exam 3 days or 1 or 2 weeks and 2 months after decent follow-up test on other counts. So they are conducted by crew surgeons. So what is the physical rehabilitations entail here? The crew surgeons, flight surgeons, and physiotherapists may assess the need for massage therapy for crew members from the day or two of their return. And according to 211 report, it's technical published by NASA, the stress to body streams that affect the anaerobic capacity, muscular strength. They have to train a lot according to the aerobic exercises includes bone balance, agility, coordination, power, endurance, orthostatic tolerance, proprioceptions. Medical, every day the medical and physiotherapeutic personnel together assess each crew member to pre-flight fitness. The medical team has discharged them to return the normal duties. So many, a lot of changes in the bodies and the affecting their, it's very, it's a very tough thing to adapt same as functioning as same as a normal person. Hands off to her, like how she does survive there for 8 months. Next is about, it's a fertilizer committee wants Minister to get underfunding nutrient subsidy scheme. So there is a parliamentary stand for committee of fertilizer head by TMC Congress and Kriti Azad at the new Union Fertilizer Ministry sector to revise estimate age of two subsidy scheme for farmer are not negatively affected. So it's a center of expansion for production capacity of a nano urea and nano diammonium phosphate DAP for tastely estimated establishment of production unit. So the test agreemented between the Indian fertilizer companies and their counterparts to ability to ensure the raw materials but without introducing physical impediments and self-sufficiency is difficult to achieve. So this outlay of 1,84,704 crore for various schemes, and the Ministry of Finance and reduced the allocations there. The committee is also highlighted under is the 20% indigenous phosphorus, potassium fertilizers, 12% imported. So highest yield improvement in peas is 6.14%, lowest in sugarcane. Field trials have been on a no DAP as a rebel use of speed treatment. And so also the Department of Fertilizers should expand nano urea and nano DAP. So there is a funding of nutrient subsidy schemes for the fertilizers, production capacity of nano urea and nano diaminophosphate. Next is, what does the terror group branding entail? So already there is a Raisina dialogue. It's a Raisina dialogue. The week the government spotlighted a demand for banning the separatist Khalistan Group 6 Justice for U.S. Newsland. The chair as a chief guest Christopher Luxon, and there is the press meet after which talked to New Zealand Prime Minister Narendra Modi concerns about the illegal activities by anti-India elements. So there's a pro-Khalistani 2021 that is holding SFJ that had been called referendums for separate Khalistan carved out in India. And National Intelligence DNI Tulsi Gabbard Defense Minister Rajnath Singh raised the same concern to demand for the US to designate the SFJ as a terror organization and ban it. SFJ referendum is, so it's as a SFJ is it's a separatist Khalistani group 6 for justice. So they're demanding for banning it from the US. They're supporting it. So vote for unrifling. So the ban of any powerful Five Eyes intelligence network of US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. These are Five Eyes would be likely to follow as they share the information ability. There's also the US and Canada began trial to implicate the Indian governments, where the Gurupan Singh Pannu killing the Canadian Khalistan activities Harjit Singh respectively, and stepped up his campaign against the group. What would a ban means? Like if any group, like different procedure to evaluate and ban group, a ban by any of the powerful Five Eyes intelligent network like US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. These are the Five Eyes. Just remember there. Quad countries come in: US, Japan, Philippines, Australia, and Quad companies USA, Japan, Australia, India. India is replacing the Philippines in Quad. The difference between Quad and Squad members. So it's a foreign terrorist organization. So the founder of Immigration Lover G.S. Pannumasa as well prosecuted him under Terrorism Act. And why have countries compelled that fact that SFJ activities are seen as a incendiary but not illegal, with the group operating freely in countries that are supposedly India's closest strategic partner. His video cast India as a perpetrator human rights atrocities. New parliament and maintain the threats must be taken seriously and investigated. So glorified the Parmar as well as other terrorists responsible for assassination of former Prime Minister Talwandar Singh Parmar as well as other terrorists responsible for assassination of former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, and state police forces and national NIA agency registered 122 cases against the SFJ. 122 cases since in 2018, 105 people been arrested. 2000 ban on activities under the Unlawful Activities Prevention UPA. Law authorities SFJ and Mr. Panum of investing violence, sabotage of the railway operation, running in conspiracy. Pakistan ISI proved the Sikh soldier to Indian army to desert in. Were no mismatches between the circulating flu strains of vaccine strains. Already recently the case is found of influenza cases of surge in Delhi NCR region, with mentioning a spike as over 5.4%. And already there is 13,000 people in the Delhi in NCR region with local survey where there is a common viral fever symptoms are mentioned, and COVID flu virus newspaper reports. So the 516 influenza cases and 6 of them are death. 560 cases are reported there in this local survey. So already there is a 6 death in January this year, and the number of flu cases with 20,440 in 24 and 347 deaths there. 20,414 deaths were suffered from this. So subsequent diseases and every year occurred. India found 51.4% influenza and 12 rates. So between the 2016 and 18, there is a 15.4% of acute respiratory infection. There is a breathing and shortness of problem. Acute respiratory infections, and 12.7% of severe acute respiratory infection SRI. And estimating the flu challenges a routine test for influenza not done in clinical settings. Influenza nearly certified as a cause of death. So in 2020, according to 1,27,092 influenza associated respiratory and circulatory death per year from 22 data record. Influenza vaccines are not a part of India's universal immunization program, and uptake the influenza low in India. Next is why uploading voting challenges. The voting challenges already formed petitions by the Association of Democratic Reform ADR. The first part of forming the 17C. Already there is a complaining about how the voters turnout increases after enrolling. So there is a committee. Already Supreme Court India considered petition by Association of Democratic Reforms. So application of first part of 17C. What does the EC stand? EC flatly refused, saying that this is only legally mandated to share this form of polling agents and representing the electoral candidate. So what is the form of 17C? It's a election rules 1961 mandates 2 parts of recording voter turnout for every polling station, 10.5 lakh police station across the country, and part 1 form 17C is account of vote records. Here amount of vote records there in polling station, electoral voting machine, that is number of electoral signs to polling and who were not allowed to vote. On counting day, part 2 form 17C title. It is divided in 2 parts. The part 1 is already counted a vote record, and part 2 is until the day of result counting filled by returning officer, names for candidate and number of votes recorded in favor of presence of. So this why do opposition parties want this data published from online immediately? There is a conclusion that Lok Sabha election ADR conducted analysis of voter data issued by EC and arrived at shocking conclusion of number of voters. So 35,000 extras vote count in comparison to vote pool, and 64,000 crore vote polls across the country. So difficulties faces like the data would create a chaos. Warning images form of 17C published online could be morphed and led to the widespread discomfort. So it should be noted that postal ballots are not included in the form of 17C. And explained the former chief election commissioner O.P. Rawat, and he said the copies of forms of 70C are sent overnight. So these are all for today. Let's have a summary and ending this session. Front page is under today's day. Second is about the exercise Varuna. Third is about the citizens are losing interest. Former CZI Ramana and South State seek to freeze on LS seat for count for 25 years. The Indo-France naval exercise of anti-submarine warfare. Fifth is about the IPL kickoffs and Gyanpith Award. And CZI forms a panel of deeper probe against the Delhi judge. Sixth is about the Nitish flags of Bihar Divas event as showcase heritage, and CVT's UG application date extended. Seventh is about the astronaut recoup after a stage flight. Eighth is about the fertilizers committee warns the ministry for nutrient subsidy scheme. Ninth is about the terror branding in tail. Vaccine strains. No mismatch between circulating flu strain and vaccine strain. And 11th is about the uploading voting data challenge. So that's for today. Tomorrow we'll meet with a new editorial. Till now, thank you. Good night. And stay tuned to my channel. Just give me a feedback how you like the content. What are the valuable suggestions you can give me? Must welcome. Thank you. Study well.